Retro.
Sorry, guys, that has been such a long time. I have been sick. I still am sick. And I probably sound super, super nasally. And I'm going to be wheezing. And I'll probably be coughing. I'll probably be sniffing. And I'm going to do my best not to do that. But sometimes, bro. Sometimes. I can't remember the last time I've been sick this long, dude. It's ridiculous, dude. I got the cat. And then she immediately gave me allergies off the bat. And I sounded a lot like this, but I had allergies. And then as soon as my allergies started going away, I started getting a cough. And then I started thinking I had asthma again because of the cat. Then I realized I was just becoming full-blown sick. And for a week, I was literally like walking death. And I'm just now starting to get over it, man. I haven't been sick that bad in so long. It's been ridiculous. Yeah. Dude, being sick is the worst. It's absolutely horrible. I think I'm going to go live on Instagram. I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to just do it from my normal Instagram, not the podcast. We got to grow this tribe, man. We got to get more followers. We got to get more people on board listening to this all the time. If I can get around to just being consistent, making a freaking episode, you know? But yeah, so I've that's really been it. I've been sick. I've been really trying to figure out how to do the video podcast, which we are this close, and you can't see it because we don't have video yet. But I'm making the motion that we only have a little bit left to go. We almost had that. You would have had this podcast filmed if it weren't for some small detail. So you can bet that sometime soon we're going to have video. And I am going live on Instagram. And so let me take an inhaler puff real quick, you know. But so this last couple weeks, I've decorated my whole room. I got these LED lights up above me, so it actually looks kind of cool. I got the background. I got the whole desk set up, and it looks good. I really like the way it came out. Like, my room isn't a room anymore. It feels like a studio now. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it takes up the whole room, and I just literally have bed space, and that's it. But yeah, man. I'm really enjoying this stuff. I know that it's kind of hard when I'm not doing it consistently, because it probably seems like it's a flaky thing, and it's just been hard. I filmed an episode about a week after the last one, and I was sick. I was deathly sick. I was sniffing every 5 seconds. I just wasn't feeling it. It was boring. I just wanted to sleep. Really, so, but yeah, so that's why, and so I wanted to be able to do a podcast when I was ready to do a podcast. I got a coffee. I'm drinking my iced Americano. Colby, my best friend Colby came up, and we did a podcast. Now, that podcast, we started one, and we started going on a tangent, and we realized that could not go. It couldn't be made public. Nothing crazy, but he has a job where he's high security position, and so he gets tested, he gets background checked all the time. And I was like, dude, we have to plan a different day to do a podcast when we know exactly what to talk about. But we ended up just recording 2.5 hours of just straight balls to the walls content of, or not, I wouldn't even call it content, but we just talked about random stuff. And I thought about it, I was like, for being my best friend, I don't think him and I have ever sat down an hour and a half and just had a conversation like that. And we just talked about everything. It's kind of weird. Like, just because I'm recording something and I have a mic on, all of a sudden it's, we had a ton of stuff to talk about and just be open about it. And so, yeah, that was pretty cool, man. We both found stuff, about ourselves that we didn't know, and found stuff about, him I didn't know. He found stuff about me I'm sure he didn't know. And it's good. Like, it's kind of crazy when you think about, you could have such a close relationship with someone, so you think, and then one day you just have a conversation, you're like, wow, dude, we're different. We're all really different. We all share different experiences, and a lot of what we talked about was really stuff about our growing up and becoming who we are now. And it's kind of crazy, little things that shaped us. And that's a lot of what we talked about, was super personal stories about, like, wow, that probably is why I'm this way. Or I was talking about, he was asking me specific questions about, like, when we first became friends, and I had to tell him, I'm like, dude, I don't know why. I really can't even tell you why, but I blocked out so much stuff from probably about ages, like, 11. Like, I can't even remember being 11. It's kind of crazy. Like, I don't remember that year of my life. And then, like, so, like, 11 through, like, my senior year, it was just like a big ass blur. I don't remember much. Like, I remember very specific stories, and that's it. But if you were, like, he was asking me all these questions, like, do you remember this time? Do you remember this time? And it's weird. Like, I'm like, no, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. And I thought about it. I was like, what if, like, when I was 11, something happened to me that, like, triggered that? Like, what if something traumatic happened to me and I don't remember it? Like, my brain blocked it out and, like, caused me to have that. I wonder why. I'm that way. Because he was telling me, he's like, no, I'm not that way. I can remember everything. And I was like, man, that's weird. I've never thought about it, but it's true. Like, I don't remember a lot of stuff from growing up around that time frame. And I mean, a lot of stuff was going on. I had a lot of stuff going on with myself, but nothing that I can remember that would be like, yeah, I can see why I blocked that out. Like, I had a great upbringing, great life, and we also have our struggles and that kind of thing. So, but I don't think I had anything that was, like, necessarily worth blocking out. So it makes me curious, like, what caused that. But yeah, that was a good podcast, man. I still want to go back and listen to it again, and because, like, there were a lot of things that we talked about. I was like, wow, I did not know that about myself, and certain things, like, I knew about myself, but I never said them out loud. And it's kind of crazy how saying something out loud makes it so much more significant. Like, even if it's something super significant to you, say it out loud to another human, and it becomes either it becomes even more, or it becomes something that you're like, wow, I don't know why I've been worrying about this for so long. And that's what's kind of cool about having this podcast. I know I haven't, like, gotten to the point of being, like, super personal, but it's like, sometimes I'll say stuff, I'm like, damn, that's true. Or like, wow, I need to rethink that, like, that kind of stuff. And it's super easy. Like, I remember when I first started doing this podcast, and I was, kind of nervous. I mean, it feels weird when you have a mic in your face and you're recording, and that, like, what everything you're going to be saying is going to, like, be shown to anyone who wants to watch it or listen to it, and that's weird at first. Now it's not a big deal. It's whatever. Like, I can just go on a tangent. I don't care. But back then I was, like, so, like, nervous, and I noticed, like, there was stuff that, like, I would go off about, and I'm like I was saying things faster than I was thinking them up. And, so, no, it's weird. It's kind of weird to think, like, I've only done this podcast such a short time, and it's like, come a long way. What's that song? By Ray Sremmerd, right? Came a long way. But, dude, how's your guys' week going? It's finally spring. Winter's over. I love winter, man, and it hurts. It hurts, especially living here, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Visalia it feels like a cow's ass. Dude, It's like the pit of hell, man. It's so hot here, and it smells like shit in the summer. Dude, man, I'm not looking forward to it at all. Like, I kind of want to, like, leave just for the summer and come back, because I do love it here when it's not 110 damn degrees. And it's just muggy, and it's just gross, man. I don't like the heat. I don't know how people do it. Like, people who live in, like, Phoenix and, like, Nevada and stuff. Dude, I would rather die than live my entire life in somewhere that's hot constantly. Has no winter. Like, no way, man. I love the cold. I really do. And the winter here is cool because it's not like it snows or anything. The weather doesn't get bad. It just cools down. And it gets cold at night, which I like. Like, people who like to sleep when it's hot, you guys are weird. You have something wrong with you. Like, you need to get something checked out. That's got to be like a misfire of some sort in your brain chemistry. You know, some of us have addictive personality traits. Some of us have a depression. You know, you like to sleep hot, and that's a problem. You need to get that checked out. That's not normal, right? So if you're one of those people, I'm telling you, listen to me, man. You listen to this podcast. You listen to things I say. You want to listen. You listen to your fearless tribe leader. I'm telling you right now, if you like to sleep hot, you need to get that figured out because you're doing something wrong. All right. And I'm not. I mean, people like I think I'm weird that I'm like when I say I like to sleep cold, like I like to sleep freezing. I like my room cold like an ice box. So I mean that's pretty weird. But if you like your room just melting hot, and believe me, I've talked to people who are like, no, I like to sleep hot, like where I don't even need blankets. Like I'm like, oh. Pfft. Like, I've slept so hot where, like, I wish I could just, like, take a layer of skin off. It was so hot. There's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, again, if you are someone who likes to sleep hot, go see your doctor. Or have a little bit more Jesus, you know? That works, too. Find a religion, you know? Find something to believe in. That might help a little bit. Geez, man. I was on my break. Actually, you know, I was on YouTube because I'm on YouTube constantly, and there's this ad that keeps coming up on in between my videos, and it's like I forget what the organization is, but it's like anti-smoking. It's like an anti-smoking commercial, and there's this it's like two puppets, and it's like showing that like this guy and this girl were like out on a date, and he's dropping her off, and the girl's like in her head, she's like, I'm gonna kiss him or whatever, and immediately he just starts throwing up in her face, and it's a puppet, and he just starts puking, and like then it just cuts to like don't smoke, like quit smoking, like smoking is bad for your immune system or something, and I thought that was hilarious. Like I like the percentage of people that have probably had that circumstance happen to them is probably so rare, but that was funny, but So that got me into this like rabbit hole of watching anti-smoking commercials, and I started watching a couple, and I was literally like crying laughing, and I was like, you know what, I want to watch it on the podcast, so you guys can like actually see the my reaction to it, because dude, it's freaking hilarious. Oh, okay, I remember this. I started watching this one. Okay, so this dad, he's putting down flooring in the house. You could tell he just put carpet down. He put carpet down. Grabbed his lighter. He's looking for a cigarette, obviously. He's patting himself down, can't find them. He's looking down, and he sees... Okay, so I'm pausing it. So he obviously just worked hard putting down this floor, right? That's what the commercial is hinting at. Put down this carpet. He grabs his lighter, goes to grab, which he had a broke boy Dollar Tree lighter. Just want to put that out there. And he's obviously like looking for cigarettes. Can't find them. Looks down, and there's a bump in the carpet, hinting at the fact that like he left his cigarettes underneath the carpet as he was putting it down. Okay, going along with the video. Oh, he stomped it. Okay, he stomped them in so that his wife can't notice. Rubbing it out.
yours. I found it on the kitchen table.
Oh, she grabbed it. She found his cigarettes.
Thanks.
So
Mommy, have you seen my hamster?
Well, isn't he asleep in
no,
his cage?
Have you seen my hamster then?
no.
No.
Tony, go upstairs and look thoroughly. I mean, sure. Probably behind the bed, like where you found the last time.
Oh. Oh no! Oh, there's a red stain in the carpet, and it says "smoking kills." Oh my god! He stomped the hamster, dude. Yeah, smoking commercials, man. That's so awkward. That doesn't make me want to quit smoking at all. Yeah, if you're one of those people who smoke cigarettes, you know the struggle. You start, and it feels away, and just like everything, you want to start. And then soon enough, you're like me, and you absolutely hate it. It's freaking disgusting. There's nothing about smoking that I enjoy anymore at all. So, if you are someone who's like thinking about it, you're in high school or whatever, you're like, oh, I've never tried a cigarette. I want to try a cigarette. You know, feels cool. I started it when I was like, if I was drinking at like a party scene or something like that, I'd have a cigarette, you know, calm you out, make stuff super sociable. But sure enough, you're on your own, and you have an opportunity to get a pack for yourself, and there you go. And you're off to the races, and years later you can't stop. And so, dude, there's nothing good about it. They smell. They make you, like, if you have a girlfriend or if you're trying to get a girlfriend, like, you won't even know it, but your mouth tastes terrible. It smells terrible. Your breath stinks. Your clothes stink. And that's the thing. Like, your car will start stinking, and you don't even realize it. You're used to it, but everyone else can smell it, and it's gross, man. So believe me, I've tried to quit for so long, so many different ways, so many different times, and it's hard, man. I've tried the gum. Yeah. So if you're thinking about it, don't do it. It's dumb. Not at all worth it. Because eventually you get to the point where you don't even get a buzz from it anymore. You know? Yeah, that's what sucks. It's like you start smoking regularly because you're like, the buzz is great. And then sure enough, you know, a month later, you're like, I can't even feel a buzz. And you're stuck smoking because you're like, if you don't, you'll go crazy. It sucks. So don't smoke. No smoking. There you go. There's an anti-smoking commercial for you. They need to stomp out no damn hamsters in my carpet to show you guys that, or throw up on a puppet, you know? Yeah, dude, this podcast is flying by. We're almost to 20 minutes. I feel like I just sat down. Man, I was so excited to get the setup going, and I went and got all the stuff, and it legit, like, I thought it was going to only take a few minutes. I was going to be able to film a podcast episode. Nope. Just setting this stuff up took literally like 5 hours. And me and Colby sat down to do that podcast that we ended up recording at 2:30 in the morning. I had work at 6 the next day. And then we sat and talked for like 2.5 hours. I didn't go to bed until like 4:30, like 5. I literally snoozed and then woke up for work, went to work. And then I was planning on just coming home and napping. And then I went to dinner with my girlfriend and her family. Had a great time. We had this place called like Bistro de Buffalo or something like that. Buffalo Bistro, basically. And they have waffle cut sweet potato fries. Now, listen to me. If you like sweet potato fries, you don't like sweet potato fries, because until you have waffle cut sweet potato fries with a basil cream dressing, you haven't lived, my friend. You have not experienced the best things that life has to offer yet. Like, it's literally like heaven in your mouth. And the funny thing is, we went there last night, but we had gone the day before. Right before I went and got podcast stuff. Me and Phoebe, we went and ate there, had sweet potato fries, and then we went back the next day with her family. And I'm not even joking. Had we been able to go today, I probably would have gone today. Probably gonna end up going tomorrow. Not gonna lie. But yeah, waffle crust. Never heard of that before. Waffle cut sweet potato fries with the basil cream dressing. Now that, my friends, that is better than drugs. You know, I take that over drugs any day. You know, save your beer. Give me some waffle cut fries. Next time you're at a kickback or a party or something, they're like, hey, you want a drink? You want a beer? Just be like, bro, you know, I would, but like, do you have waffle cut sweet potato fries though? You know, you'll be the life of the party. Everyone's getting hammered, making bad decisions, making mistakes in their life that they're gonna regret for the rest of their life. You're just chilling on the couch eating waffle cut sweet potato fries. See, the things you'll learn listening to podcasts is insane. Now, when I sat down to do this podcast, did I ever think I'd be saying that? No, I did not. But, that's the thing with this podcast. I had a whole script laid out of stuff that I wanted to talk about today. I haven't talked about a single one of those things besides the cigarette thing, and that wasn't even written down. Just thought I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. So, there's if you're ever up in Visalia, I would suggest that place, Bistro de Buffalo. There's a really good poke place called Lemon Shark here. That's really good, but I get it. Poke's not for everybody. That place is really good. There's this place downtown, right next to my tattoo shop called, I think it's called the Green Apple Deli. Which I heard they have sweet potato fries, and I haven't had them yet, but me and Phoebe went over there after I got my newest tattoo, and she got chicken and waffles, and I got steak fries, and it's the coolest little place. Like, if you're walking by, you really wouldn't think to go in, because, like, I mean, I know at least me, like, deli, I mean, if I see the word deli, it's obviously not going to really catch my eye. It's like, whatever, I don't really want to go to a deli. So that's kind of weird, but like when you go in, it's like a gas station. Like, they have a whole wall of like fountain drink coolers, like the door coolers, with all the drinks, like a gas station. Then they have like all these snacks, like a gas station, and then there's this big like giant kitchen, and they make like street style food. It's not even really a deli. And I think they have like a juice bar in there too. But yeah, and it was cheap. Super cheap, but they have sweet potato fries that I want to try, because sweet potato fries are my life, dude. I love sweet potato fries. My cat loves sweet potato fries too, and ranch. Sweet potato fries and ranch, huh? She said, yeah. I got a cat, and her name's Lexi, but we call her Baby, and she's my producer. She's been sprinting back and forth for this entire thing. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but she's sprinting back and forth between my room and the kitchen, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm probably going to wrap this thing up. Make it a quick, short one, so it's just, I haven't been back in a while, haven't talked in a while, and so you guys can get the gist of it. You know what's been going on, you know why I've been gone, you know what's to come. Great things, I mind you, great things. DM me if you want to chat, you want to talk about coming on. Go like my Instagram post, go to Twitter, retweet my last post, tell me which episode's your favorite, and immediately you're gonna be in the running to get picked to come on. I'm not even gonna look at names. I'm just gonna go through and just pick one, and I'll bring you on. I'll pay for you to come up here. Don't even worry about that. We'll try a nice place to eat up here in Visalia. Make the whole trip worth it. The 99 drive will kill you. I don't blame any of you. But yeah, we'll have a fun podcast. By that point too, it'll be filmed and all that kind of stuff. So you can come looking fresh, looking your best. Show out a little bit. No one's gonna judge you, man. I'll come showed out too. You just have to dress better than me. That's all you got to worry about, man. You got to try dressing better than me. Bring your freshest kicks, because believe me, I'm a shoe guy, and I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care what you look like. I'm going to look at your shoes first, and that's it. You know, if your shoes are rocking, I'm fine with you. If you don't, you know, you got to get your life together. You're just like those people who like to sleep hot. Like, you don't have nice shoes? What? Find more Jesus. Zion's coming in. Zion! Can we please do a little, I'm already almost done. Can we sit and talk for like 5 minutes? No. This mic's on and everything. No. No, he says. No. Now you look like the bad guy. How do you feel? Feel good. He feels good. And don't awkwardly slowly walk to your room while making eye contact with me, please. Please? Hey, Dad, please. I'll just pee in the air, Dad. Please. All right, guys. You guys have great weeks. Message me. You know, we'll try to get you on the podcast, man. You get to live the best life, the pod life, life changing. Don't smoke. Get some waffle cut, sweet potato fries. What else was the other one? And, dude, turn the cold up in your house. Sleep when it's like 30 degrees. Try it out. I'm telling you. Try it out, man. Try it out. All right.